Hey, it's FeralInferno, and today we're taking a look at the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Dreamer art book. This came with the special Dreamers edition of the game, and I have not taken a look at it since I bought it, so let's take a look at it together. And we have a scene from Link on the boat during the storm, and here is the aftermath. Awesome panoramic scene here of the island and the giant egg. And we start off with a nice little green Triforce type pattern. And section 1 shows, here he is, the hero of the story, Link. Love the redesigned look of Link here. Looks a lot like the elves from the old Rankin Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer days. And we have some scenes here, the scene of the whole map and some huts and some houses. And now we got some more houses and some designs for Terran and Marin, two of our main side characters of the story. And Terran is totally not Mario carrying a bag of mushrooms there. Totally not Mario. Even back in the Game Boy days, I always loved the phone booth hut here. Very cool. It's a tree with a giant old-styled phone on it. Really, really cool. I grew up playing Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, then played it on the Game Boy Color, and now the Switch version. Have you played Link's Awakening before? What's your favorite version? Have you not played it? Are you interested in trying it out? Let us know in the comments below. I'd love to know your experience with this amazing and sometimes underrated Zelda game. And here we have the first dungeon, the Tail Cave, where you get a very interesting item called Rock's Feather, which allows you to jump in a Zelda game. And this is a really dark scene. Wow, look at these corpses hanging there. And we've got one of the worst enemies in the game right there. 3 of a kind. Oh, I hated those enemies. And there's our boss of the dungeon, the Spike Roller. And we are on to section 2. Very interesting to see how Madame Meow Meow's design kind of actually devolved over time. Very interesting to see this. And we got some enemies here, the Borblins and the Moblin Chief. Very nice to see some artwork of those guys. And here we have the swamp. Yes, the swamp was a very interesting area. It took me a while to figure out how to get past those little flowers that were guarding the dungeon. A very iconic scene here to the right with that treasure chest. Was always like, hey, how do I get past this big giant plant and these tentacles to get to that treasure chest? And we have the Bottle Grotto, the second dungeon, and we have part of the side-scrolling area here as well, which is a really cool addition to the Zelda series. And we got the boss of this dungeon, the Genie, which was a really fun boss and fairly challenging for a second boss of the game. And here we have some more artwork of some of the houses and huts and towns. Really nice artwork here to the left, though. I like that. And here we have, a little Game Boy scene here. And this is a little Easter egg as well. Richard's Villa. Richard was from a game called The Frog for Whom the Bell Tolls, and kind of a predecessor to Link's Awakening. It was a game on the Game Boy, so cool that it seemed like they paid a little homage there to another game in this game. They'll actually pay a homage to a lot of different games. We already saw some Mario in here, and we'll see some more Mario coming up, I'm sure, as well. But yeah, I remember this area, you had to collect those 5 golden leaves in that castle. And you had there it is, the ball and chain troopers. Fun area, definitely a fun area of the game, a little side quest and before you had to go to the next dungeon, which was the Key Cavern. And there is the giant slime eyeball boss, which you had to use the dash attack against, which was kind of cool that they finally had the dash attack be kind of like a boss's weakness. I remember I think you had to split the eyes into 2 from the one giant big eye. Very cool boss. A lot of cool stuff in this game. Now, it looks like they were considering a few different options and designs for the ocarina. I wonder what it would have been like if they just gone with a different ocarina design. Would Ocarina of Time maybe looked a little bit differently, possibly, if they changed it from what it was in A Link to the Past to Link's Awakening? Very interesting to think about that. And we got some characters here from the Animal Village. I remember getting to the Animal Village and feeling like, wow, this is a cool little village. It was something really different in a Zelda. I mean, everything in this game is really different, as it is essentially a dream of a game. And yeah, I loved the Animal Village. It was so cute, and the characters there were kind of like stood out more than the other village in the game. Oh, there it is, the iconic scene with Link and Marin on the beach having a chat. I always just imagined like this was like Link's dream girl, and he's got a date with her on the beach. It's a little more romantic of a Link than the other Links we've seen before. And if you think about it, this game really does translate well to what a dream may be, and all the different kind of crazy things that happen and the twists and turns that you sometimes have in a dream that sometimes just don't make sense. And there is the boss, the angler dungeon, the angler fish. Cool boss. It was a boss you had to fight underwater, and something a little different again from this game. Oh, and there is that annoying ghost that would follow you around. I remember, how do I get rid of this ghost? Oh, more side quest stuff here with the mermaid, which I know they changed it from the U.S. And Japanese versions. I think in Japan you had to like look for her bikini top, and they changed it, I think, to her necklace in the U.S. version. Oh, cool. Yeah, the catfish's maw, which kind of reminds me of like the version of like Turtle Rock and the last dungeon in Super Mario World, kind of like a mixture of those two things here. And yeah, there it is, Catfish's Maw passageway, and we got the different designs for the hook shot there as well, and the slime eel. Another boss. This boss wasn't as memorable as some of the other ones, but still a really cool boss. Ah, yes, the Windfish mural. I remember finding this in the game for the first time. I thought I found a new dungeon, and it said it was just this big mural of the Windfish. I was like, wait, what does this mean? I don't understand. Oh, very, very cool to see that again and see it in an artwork form. And we got the Armos Knight here as well. Very cool. Nice to see the Armos Knight, and we've got the broken helmet as well there. Nice touches. And they got the Face Shrine passageway along with the rover enemy there. And there it is, the boss, Facade. One of the coolest bosses and ideas for a boss. And I remember he had like a really cryptic message when you defeated him. Very awesome. Oh yeah, there's we call them Mamu in the game, but that's Wart from Super Mario Brothers 2, which is great because Mario 2 was a dream in Subcon, so you knew Wart had to be in this game somewhere, right? You had to have that connection. He's the Dream Frog. I'd love to see Wart return in a Nintendo franchise. Hey, and there is not Luigi, or the otherwise known as the Hen Housekeeper. So yeah, we got Mario, Luigi in here. Oh, yes, and to the right here we have Eagle's Tower. Man, the Eagle Tower. One of my least favorite dungeons. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but man, it's frustrating when you see those pillars. Yep, there's one of those pillars over to the left here. And you have to find like there's the giant like bowling balls, these giant like this like steel balls you have to throw and like destroy those pillars. It was quite the maze of a dungeon and very, very frustrating. They had all those three of a kind enemies in there. Don't miss that dungeon, not at all. And there's I think we got Turtle Rock as well, which was a very lava heavy dungeon. And I remember you had like these little devices that would like erase the lava, and you had to like kind of trace the floor properly to get across it. Yeah, I remember you had a lot of lava in this dungeon, very dangerous. And there's Hothead, who also looks like a Mario 2 boss. Fry Guy looks a lot like him. Look, I wonder if that's another little nod to the Mario series. And hey, there he is. There's the owl that gives you the advice, and the Windfish's egg. Man, I can hear the music. Climbing up this mountain. I remember finding the egg the first time. How do we get through the egg? And then you gotta find all of the instruments that we see over here to the right. Man, over this like vertical panoramic. How am I gonna show this to you guys? Oh, very cool little panoramic showing you getting up to the top here. Wow, very, very awesome. Nice touch to add to this book. They put a lot of thought and work into this book. And there's Link and Marin on another date, just sitting there talking, chatting away. Oh, very nice. And looks like we got some more characters here from, got like the Goria. Oh yeah, the boomerang. Yep, that's right. You had to get the boomerang from the Goria. That's what you got at the end of the side quest, the trade fetch quest. The boomerang was super strong in Link's Awakening. Oh, there, the Seashell Mansion. That's some really awesome artwork of the Seashell Mansion. I love that. That might be my favorite part of the art book. That's really cool. Oh, look at all the detail on that too. That's awesome. Yeah, you got the level 2 sword from there. And there we got, the colored dungeon that was exclusive to the DX version on the Game Boy Color, and that also made it into the Switch version as well. Oh yes, the Piece of Power. Those little random item you get from enemies. I was like, oh, you finally in a way get to use the Triforce, like a fragment of the Triforce of Power. I always thought that was cool. Oh, and then we got Dampy, who makes a special appearance in the Switch version. I think you brought him like puzzle pieces or something, and then you can make dungeons and play custom dungeons that he had. Yeah, there we go. Chamber Stones. That's what you had to give him. Yep, the Chamber Stones, which is it was kind of like a precursor to a Zelda dungeon maker. Oh, there is the Game Boy map. Man, this brings back some memories. Awesome. I love this book. This is great. And that's a great way to end it. There's the windfish there. Take a closer look. Yeah. Love the artwork there. We got a little palm tree on the back. Some nice designs. Very, very nice book. Loved this book. Please let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed this art book viewing, what your experiences are with Link's Awakening. Which version have you played? The Game Boy, Game Boy Color, the Switch version, all three? Man, and I'm loving Echoes of Wisdom, which just recently came out. A lot of nods to A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening in that game. Thank you so much for joining us on this full art book viewing of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Dreamer art book from the Special Edition. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next one.